This is Booked for Drama, where stories burn, hearts break, the tea is always hot and never a part 2. Today we're diving into Played Dad, Lost Me by Pantaloon. Let's go. Chapter 1. I told Quentin Palmer I was pregnant as soon as I found out, first month. I was over the moon. He wasn't. Instead, he just frowned, all moody and weird. When I asked when we were getting married, he panicked and changed the subject. So yeah, I went to the hospital alone today for a checkup. And ran smack into Rainey Layton, his so-called childhood friend. That's when I found out the real story. They were already married. And she was pregnant too. You little rascal, she cooed to her bump. Be good and grow strong so mommy doesn't suffer. Or daddy's gonna punish you when you're out. Quentin stepped out of the exam room holding prenatal meds for pregnant women. His face? All soft and glowing like some proud dad. He rubbed Rainey's belly, smiling. The baby doesn't even get what you're saying, and you're already threatening it. Then the machine called my name. I stood up from a corner. He turned. Our eyes met. He froze, totally caught off guard. Bet he never thought he'd run into me here, same day, same place. I'd asked him just yesterday to come with me. He said he was busy. And I bought it, no questions. Booked the appointment myself. I came alone. Turns out, busy meant playing perfect husband to Rainey, like I didn't even exist. I walked over slowly, staring at Rainey's slightly rounded belly. My face? Blank. Dead calm. How far along are you? Quentin clamped his mouth shut, wouldn't even look at me. Rainey, though? She smiled like she'd won. Almost 2 months. It's mine and Quentin's baby. I bit my lip so hard I tasted blood. Same as mine. 2 months. It felt like something cracked wide open inside me. Tears started falling, and I couldn't stop them. I looked up at him, voice barely hanging on. Aren't you gonna explain? Quentin's face twisted. He rushed over, pulling me in. I'm sorry. I lied. Yeah, I came with her, but the baby's not mine. I just didn't want anything to happen to her alone. Behind him, Rainey smirked, then turned on the waterworks. But Quentin, you promised you'd be this baby's dad. We're married. Once the baby's here, you have to give it your surname. Chapter 2. Her voice wasn't loud, but it hit like a bomb in my chest. I snapped my head up and shoved him off me. Stared him down, hoping, begging, for something. Anything. But he just looked away, eyes on the floor. Guilty as hell. I pointed at Rainey, my voice shaking. So it's true? You married her? Then what about me? What about our baby? You're ditching your own kid to play dad to one that doesn't even know who their real father is? Before I could even finish, Rainey started sobbing. My baby's not a bastard. He has a dad. Quentin freaked out. Then, he slapped me. The crack echoed. My cheek lit up like fire. He looked at me like I was nothing. Pulled his hand back like it didn't just hit me. His eyes were cold, disgusted. Vivian Watson, have you completely lost it? Do you even realize how much damage your words could do to Rainey? I didn't know how much it could hurt her. All I knew was Quentin wasn't the guy the first used to love. I wiped the blood off my lip, the metallic taste thick in my mouth. Every time it came to Rainey, he lost it. My voice cracked. What do you want me to say? My fiancé ditched me and our baby. He's playing house with someone else and raising her kid. You want me to throw confetti or something? I couldn't hold back anymore. My voice rose, raw and sharp. Quentin paused, just for a second. Guilt flickered in his eyes. Then he said, calm like this was some logical deal, Rainey's not like you. I'm all she's got. She can't handle the gossip. Just wait, Vivian. After she has the baby, I'll marry you. He pulled me in like that was a promise. Trust me, a year from now, I'll give you the wedding you deserve. I didn't say a word. Then Rainey cut in, annoyed. Quentin, the baby's hungry. Let's go home. His body stiffened, but he didn't hesitate. He let me go, patted my head, and walked off with her, leaving me standing there. Watching them disappear, it hit me. Love and indifference? They're not that hard to tell apart. After the checkup, I went home. Alone. The place felt like a freezer. I showered, crawled into bed, completely out of it. Then the door clicked. Quentin's voice drifted in, tired. Your hair's wet. You'll catch a cold. I didn't budge. He sighed, picked me up, and sat me in front of the vanity. The hairdryer whirred to life. He ran his fingers through my hair, drying it. Still, I said nothing. What's wrong? Still mad about today? He asked. Didn't I say I'd marry you after this is all sorted? He knew exactly where to dig. He leaned in, warm breath brushing my ear. Goosebumps. I bit back. What if I say no? His face shifted, all shadows. I'm not asking, I'm telling you how it is. Then came the switch, softer, like that made it better. Rainey's got no one. I'm all she has. I can't just ditch her. He grabbed a suitcase and started throwing stuff in. It didn't take long before it was packed and ready. At the door, he turned. Her morning sickness is bad. I'll stay a few days. Call if you need something. The suitcase clicked over the threshold. That's when I felt the tears. So this was it. He knew I had no one. I knew I was sick, sleepless, wrecked. He just didn't care. Next to Rainey, I was nothing. Chapter 3. After that day, Quentin gradually left my life. He was all in with Rainey, only texting late at night with a half-hearted, "How are you?" I ignored him, so the messages stopped. Then I hit 3 months. Ran into Quentin's sister, Cecilia Palmer, at the hospital. Cecilia looked stunned, then snatched my report like it burned her. "You're cheating on Quentin? Pregnant with some random guy's baby?" I blinked. "This baby's Quentin's. I didn't cheat." She just laughed, sharp and cold. "Still lying? You look all sweet, but you're trash underneath. Got knocked up and now you're trying to scam your way into our family?" Yeah, I knew she didn't like me. But I didn't think she'd come at me like that. No filter. Just pure hate. A crowd started forming. Whispers. Pointing. I bit my lip till it bled, chest tight like I couldn't breathe. I tried to leave. Over and over. But Cecilia blocked me every time. I finally snapped. "What do you want? I told you, this baby's Quentin's. Call him if you don't believe me." She scoffed. "Cut the act. Rainey's the one having Quentin's baby. He's with her right now. You think if this kid was his, he'd leave you here alone? You cheated and got pregnant. Now get ready. Our family doesn't let trash like you walk away clean." She waved her hand. Bodyguards showed up like it was all planned. Heart pounding, I grabbed my phone. Didn't even get to dial, smack. Her slap lit my cheek on fire, my phone hit the floor. She yanked my hair, eyes icy. "Still think Quentin's coming for you? Keep dreaming." Next thing I knew, I was shoved into her car. Headed straight for the Palmer estate. Quentin and Rainey were chilling in the living room. He was feeding her cream soup like some doting husband. She looked smug, glowing. I looked wrecked. Hair everywhere, blood at my lip, clothes wrinkled and stained. Cecilia marched in, full on triumphant. "Quentin, she cheated on you. Knocked up with someone else's kid." I caught her red-handed. I lifted my head, lips pale, cheeks still burning. I thought he'd say something. Anything. But he didn't even glance my way. His voice was cold. "Lock her in the attic. No one opens that door unless I say so." Chapter 4. That was it. My heart just snapped. I stared at him one last time. No begging. No hope left. Then I was in the attic, locked up like I was nothing. Night fell. Rats scratched in the corners. One of them waddled right up to me. Then, creak, the attic door started to open. The rat bolted. Rainey's smug face popped into the doorway. No one else was around, so she dropped the sweet act and went full venom. "Look at you now. I told you Quentin was mine. But you actually thought you could steal him? Marry him? Please. You were just his side project." That grin lit a fire in me. I grabbed something off the floor, launched it at her. She screamed and hit the ground. Then I saw it. A rat. Footsteps thundered upstairs. Quentin and Cecilia stormed in. Rainey was on the floor, clutching her stomach, sobbing like she was dying. "Quentin, my belly, what if something happened to the baby?" I was just being nice, offering Vivian food, and she threw a rat at me. She turned up the waterworks, sobbing louder, milking it. And just like that, they all believed her. Cecilia looked like she was about to lunge, but Quentin held her back. His eyes, pure ice. "I can't believe you, Vivian," he said. "I let you stay here so it'd be easier to take care of you, but clearly, you can't be under the same roof as Rainey." I shut my eyes, drained. The hopelessness was crushing. Live together? Please. Everyone thinks Rainey's carrying your kid and I'm just the girl who cheated and got knocked up. Why would I belong here? His jaw tightened. Annoyed but trying to keep it together. "Just focus on your pregnancy, okay? Keep the baby safe. Stop picking fights with Rainey." I didn't say a word. Just let out a cold, bitter laugh. He snapped. Slammed the door. "You're staying in the attic. Maybe some time alone will help you think. I'll have food brought up." I was stuck in that gross, airless attic for days, rats included. Rainey stopped picking fights, probably because Quentin warned her. But a month in, she walked by, and she made sure to say loud enough for me to hear, "Quentin's taking me to my checkup tomorrow." That night, I played it cool. When Quentin dropped off my food, I said, "It's been a month. The baby needs tests." He smiled, like I was finally the version of me he wanted. If you'd been like this earlier, things wouldn't have been so hard. Don't worry, I'll take you tomorrow. He didn't. He went with Rainey. I got stuck with Cecilia, who barely looked up from her phone the whole ride. At the hospital, she didn't even catch when I asked about ending the pregnancy. The doctor helped me go through with it. Quentin showed up late. Rainey was already done. Where's Vivian? She's still not out? He pushed open the door, froze. Blood-soaked sheets. Tissue on the floor. His face went gray, lips shaking. Vivian, what did you do? Chapter 5. I watched his face twist, horror, disbelief, desperation all crashing together. A sick kind of satisfaction hit me. He got it. He just couldn't handle it. I raised a brow, shoulders shaking with laughter. Couldn't help twisting the knife. Like, you see this kid? His own dad didn't even want him. So what was the point? I paused. Then I let it rip, every word sharp and cold through clenched teeth. Of course I got rid of it. Quentin froze like he'd taken a bolt straight to the chest. His face twitched. Fear lit up his eyes. His voice cracked, rusty. That was our kid. How could you do that? We used to dream about this. We were so hyped to be parents. Why didn't you even tell me? 7 years. Over 2,000 nights of being his. I used to dream up our wedding, our babies. Had a name for the kid tucked away. Saw us in the garden, tiny fingers in mine. He'd be the tough love dad doing math problems with the kid at the table. I'd handle the rest, every scraped knee and bedtime story. We fought over how to raise them, me, all about ambition, him, just wanting happiness and health. Our first real fight was over that. Loud, messy, real. Now, watching him lose it, eyes bloodshot, fists clenched, I felt nothing. Just sick. You don't get to talk about him, Quentin. That baby was doomed from day one. Nobody wanted him. Why bring him here just to suffer? I stepped forward, slow and silent, like something already gone. Blood slid down my legs, thick and warm, leaving smeared footprints behind little bits of what used to be. I stopped inches from him. My voice? Empty. Even his dad wouldn't claim him. So tell me who was actually waiting for him? Quentin's lips tightened, but his eyes gave him up. Full of fear, shaky, shattered. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. He had nothing. Never claimed the baby. Even his own sister thought it wasn't his. Something in him cracked. He started pounding his head with his fists, over and over, until he hit the floor. All of it looped back, every choice, every lie. He slapped himself, hard. What had he done? For a kid that wasn't even his, he pushed me to end ours. I just stood there, watching. A bitter smile tugged at my mouth. This was it. Payback. Then I cut what was left of him clean. Quit faking it. You never wanted that baby. Just like you never actually loved me. No amount of guilt's gonna hide how little we meant to you. His scream tore the air apart. No, that's not true. He clawed at his hair, eyes flooding, whole body trembling. I love you. I wanted that baby. I just. Chapter 6. He kept babbling like that forever, but couldn't land a single excuse. So I spelled it out for him, sharp as a blade. You just loved Rains more. He froze, then started slamming his head against the wall, over and over, the thuds echoing. Out in the hallway, the noise must have carried. Cecilia and Rainey barged in. They shoved the door open and stopped dead. There I was, covered in blood. Quentin looked wrecked. Rainey rushed me and shoved me hard. I hit the floor like dead weight. The abortion had already wrecked me, and now a deep red streak followed me down the tile. Quentin's eyes went wide. He staggered toward me, but Cecilia yanked him back. Don't, Quentin. She deserved it for what she did to you, she snapped, pure venom in her voice. Rainey threw herself between us like some guard dog. Try touching him again, Vivian, and I swear, you're dead. Even with pain ripping through me, I smiled. I finally got it. There was something real between Rainey and Quentin, something I'd never been able to touch. He gave up his own kid for her. She'd risk everything to shield him. You two make a great team, I said. Guess I was the idiot trying to wedge myself in. Rainey lifted her chin like she'd won. Obviously, Quentin and I are soulmates. But before she could gloat any harder, Quentin broke free from Cecilia like a man unhinged and dropped to his knees in front of me. His hands shook like crazy as he tried to pick me up, but he was so wrecked he couldn't even do that. I let out a cold laugh. You can quit the act. Everyone's watching. The baby's gone. Isn't that what you wanted? No more pressure. You're free. His head dropped. Silent sobs shook his shoulders. Behind him, Rainey and Cecilia lit up like it was Christmas. They knew the baby was gone. Cecilia darted forward and grabbed his arm. Let's go, Quentin. She lost that bastard kid. Now nothing's stopping you from being She didn't finish. Quentin spun and slapped her hard. His eyes were on fire, voice shaking. Who said that baby was a bastard? Who? He grabbed Cecilia by the collar, whole body coiled like a spring. That was my child. Mine. He shoved her, and she slammed into the corner wall with a thud. Cecilia froze, eyes darting to Rainey, who stood stiff, silent. And just like that, it clicked. She'd been playing, losing the real Palmer child over a damn lie? That broke her. She lunged at Rainey, screaming, yanking at her clothes. You're the one who said Vivian cheated. That she was carrying some Rondo's kid. Why isn't that true? Talk. Rainey, pregnant and struggling, shoved her away. You're the fool who believed me. Who else can you blame? Besides, Quentin married me. He's claiming my baby as his. Vivian's baby was the real cynic. Quentin slapped her. She hit the floor. He got it now how she played him and Cecilia like puppets. And so did I. Everything lined up. Rainey was slicker than I ever gave her credit for. Of course Cecilia just happened to show up at the hospital. Of course Quentin iced out his own kid. It was all her plan. His jaw clenched, eyes blazing. Rainey Layton, your baby's the real bastard. It's not mine. Why the hell would I register a kid that's not even mine? And this marriage? Done. I'm filing for divorce. I looked at him once smug, now wrecked, and gave him a cold, crooked smile. I slid back into bed, drained. He took a step, stopped when I hit him with a glare colder than ice. Rainey broke down, clutching his leg. No, Quentin, don't leave me, I need you. Quentin laughed, dark and twisted, eyes full of hate. I just laid there, numb. Cecilia hovered, wrecked with guilt. Quentin finally got it. His downfall had started. Chapter 7. Because of the abortion, I had to stick around the hospital for a bit. Quentin started showing up like clockwork, always with some homemade pumpkin or chicken soup in hand. I didn't say a word. Just ignored him. He'd stand outside the room, quiet and drained, not moving for what felt like forever. When it was time for me to leave, it was drizzling. Figured he'd try to catch me, so I packed up before sunrise. But right as I stepped out, there he was leaning against the gate. No clue how long he'd been standing there. He looked rough. Wind-tossed hair, rain-soaked coat. The second he saw me, he straightened up, eyes all nervous. I'm here to take you home. I backed up without thinking. His eyes went glassy. He looked down, couldn't even face me. After a long pause, I said, flat as ever, don't. We're done. I've got legs, I'll get home on my own. Then I walked past him and planned to grab a cab. Quentin suddenly rushed over, dropped to his knees, and grabbed the edge of my coat, barely holding back tears. Please, just one more chance. I know I screwed up. I lost our baby, I can't lose you too. Don't leave me. I seriously can't do this without you. His face was soaked, voice cracking with every word. But I felt nothing. Since the day I ended the pregnancy, whatever was left of my heart? Gone. Ice cold. I stared at him. You're begging the wrong person. Go plead with your kid in hell. Quentin Palmer, I wish I'd never loved you. He wasn't always like this. 7 years ago, he was my safe place. Always full of surprises. Yeah, he was rich, but he still worked part-time with me like it meant something. Back when we hustled at those late-night pop-ups, he'd roll up his sleeves and square up to anyone causing drama, no hesitation. And when I cut my hand once, he literally teared up while bandaging it. But that guy? He disappeared a long time ago. Quentin looked wrecked, like someone had flipped his switch off. I flagged down a cab, about to get in when he grabs my hand, eyes begging. Vivian? He barely got my name out before a sharp scream tore through the air. Rainey was on the ground, blood spreading fast. Quentin, help me. It hurts, please. I just stood there, cold as ever. His grip on my hand froze. You better get her to the hospital, I said. Wait too long, you'll lose both. He flinched, eyes flickering like he was caught between two storms. Then he looked down. Couldn't even face me. Quit lying to me and yourself. Even if she played you, you were never gonna walk away from her. That broke whatever hope was left. He let go, but his voice was firm. Vivian, give me 3 days. I'll make it right, I swear. Then he bolted to Rainey. I watched him go, and didn't flinch. Just gave the faintest smile. 3 days? Not a chance. Chapter 8. The next day, I applied for a new position in another city. Only transfer open? Overseas. Perfect. The farther, the better. By day 3, the company fast-tracked my passport, and I was gone. 5 years flew by. I buried myself in work, tuned out the world. Every now and then, updates from home popped up, friends, clients, but I never listened too hard. Time dulled the pain. The memories blurred. Eventually, I worked my way up to president of our overseas branch. Spring rolls around, and HQ calls me in for a report. The moment I step into the office, bam! Quentin. And of course, we ended up in the same elevator. Just the two of us. He looked at me, steady, but his voice cracked a little. "How've you been?" I didn't answer, just nodded. We used to spend nights tangled up, spilling every thought like it mattered. Now? I didn't even want to speak. Ding! The elevator stopped. I stepped out. He grabbed my wrist. His face gave nothing away except for that hint of a plea. "Dinner tonight. I'll be at the old spot." I slipped my hand free, didn't say a word. As the doors closed, I caught his voice low but firm. "I'll be there, no matter what." After the meeting, I kept going back and forth. 7 years. Might as well end it properly. The old place was still there. Just a tiny street-side restaurant. I used to hit it up between shifts and night classes. It's where he first told me he loved me. I didn't think Mr. Balvin would remember us. Dude looked way older, gray hair, slower shuffle, but his smile hit like a throwback. "Didn't think you two were still a thing. Let's not get it twisted, me and him? Not even friends anymore, just bring the usual." Quentin's lips tightened. Yeah, that hit him. He ordered a bottle, chugged half like he was trying to drown the silence. Then, finally, he spoke. "Guess the liquor did its job. Vivian, 5 years. I've been searching for you, but you just vanished." I kept eating. Quiet, cold. He drifted from old memories to what's left of now. "Never divorced Rainey," he muttered, laughing like it hurt. "You were right. Couldn't let her go. But I couldn't let you go either." Then he dropped it like it meant something. "Guess what I named her kid?" I looked up, couldn't help it. His eyes were glowing soft, all tender and broken. "Kivian," he said. "Every second, I was thinking of you. But I was too much of a coward to face you." He hid behind his hands and cried, quiet, ugly, relentless. All I felt was a weird wave of disbelief. Once I finished my food, I finally said something. "If that's all, let's not drag this out. We're done here, no need for a reunion tour." Quentin shut his eyes like that one cut deep, then took a shaky breath. After a long pause, he looked at me again, eyes full of everything I didn't need. "All right, let me walk you back." His voice cracked. Too late for soft. After that dinner, Quentin finally let go. We didn't talk after that. Not a text, not a call. Once my report wrapped, I flew back overseas and slipped right back into my quiet, clockwork life. Then, a year later, another report, another trip home. I saw her. Cecilia, waiting. She looked wrecked. No smug smirk, no sharp tongue. Just guilt. "I'm sorry, Vivian. It was all my fault. I hope you can forgive me." I gave her a small smile. Most of it felt like a lifetime ago. Before I could ask why she was even there, she reached into her coat and pulled out a letter. Her voice cracked. "Quentin's gone. The doctor said it was from a broken heart. He said his biggest regret was how he treated you. He divorced Rainey after the baby, but he couldn't face you. Too scared, too ashamed." My throat went dry, lips pressed tight. Why do people always wait till it's too late? I opened the letter. One line. "May we meet again in the next life and start over." I let out a breath. Then I lit the letter on fire. "Hope for your next life, you actually know what you want." The end. And that's a wrap on today's reading here at Booked for Drama. If you felt anything, rage, swoon, secondhand heartbreak, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow drama lovers. If you have any requests, drop them in the comments. Until next time, keep reading, and keep the drama on the page.